Okay, it's holiday season in Hilton Head, and we are bringing to you the latest statistics in the low country market through the end of November. And we're also going to talk about the trending of where people are coming from and where they're landing here in the marketplace. Okay, Chris, so here we are. We're in December. It's winter time. I got my winter gear on, low country winter gear. This is about as thick as we get and we need down here. Got the Christmas tree out here, and it's just a great time of year, right? And so we just want to bring you up to speed on what's been happening. In the last market report we can kind of bring to you this year, we're going to come back to you in January when we talk about the year-end data, but this is bringing you up to speed through the end of November. So the number of listings year-to-date are down about 10%, number of pending sales down about 24%, closed sales down about 21%, and yet we're still at just under 100% for the sales price to list price ratio, which basically means all throughout the year, things are pretty much selling right about where they've been listed for sale, right? And yet, something that's sort of interesting as we look at the dynamic of the marketplace is, and we keep talking about, and we talked about in our prior video, the difference between new inventory that's come on the market and sort of new to market inventory. And what we have right now is we've got this increase in inventory right now. Like we have a bigger inventory available for sale than we did this time last year.
That's right. We've got quite a bit more than we did this time last year. I mean, this time last year inventory was almost at a historic low.
Right.
So we're closer to the inventory levels that we saw in 2020.
Right.
But then we're nearly half of what we had in 2019.
Right. And so we're at this, if you look statistically, and I know we've had a video, check it out on monthly housing supply, but we're at a 2.1 month supply of inventory. A balanced market,
right.
Meaning not a seller's market and not a buyer's market, is between a 3 and a 6 month supply of inventory. So we're nestled down under 3, which means we're still technically in a seller's market.
We are, but we were down in the below 1 month here
Right.
not too long ago. So we're trending into that balanced environment where both buyers and sellers are able to come together and come to terms on properties, and prices are staying a little bit more in check.
Yeah, and speaking about where buyers come from, right? So I think I've shared this before, but year to date here in 2022, we've had buyers that we've worked with that have come to the market, bought here from about 30 different states, right? Which is impressive. As an Ohio guy, I know we always used to joke about everybody comes from Ohio, right? And there used to be the top 10 list of states where people would come from, and that's pretty much it. And so we've got today, we're displaying and showing you what the top 10 states are, and those are kind of the usual suspects of what we typically see. But now as we look at the top 10 cities where buyers are looking at real estate on collinsgrouprealty.com, so they're sitting at their devices and they're looking at real estate for sale, where are they sitting when they're looking? And we see some new cities that are on that top 10 list, right?
New York popped in as number 1.
Right, New York City, right? No small population.
Right.
But when you think about that, and I know we've seen a lot more New York plates here in the Low Country, right? So all of a sudden, it's the first time that New York City has topped the other number ones that we typically have. Hilton Head, Bluffton, a ton of local people looking at the site. You get over to Atlanta, of course you're going to have that kind of stuff. But what's the other surprise city?
You got L.A.
Right, L.A., so all the West Coast. And so the trending that we're seeing, that we're hearing nationally from the National Association of Realtors, this sort of migration trending is kind of from the north to the south. Understandable this time of year as people are dealing with blizzards and that kind of stuff. But also from the west to the east, which kind of quadrants the Low Country into the perfect spot, like the southeast, right? And we understand why, and I know obviously we're bullish on it, but it makes sense. And I think that's one of the reasons that as we look at the data and you start saying, okay, you're down on listings, you're down on closed sales, you're down on pending sales, but when you look at where the rubber meets the road in the marketplace, we still have multiple offers, we still don't have enough choices for buyers, and we're still getting tons of people that are looking at the marketplace. So it's this kind of interesting little story that's developing as we're going to look into 2023 and see what the data looks like too, right?
That's right. That's right.
So anyway, always appreciate your attention to the updates we bring to you throughout the year. We certainly wish you a happy holiday. We look forward to bringing the actual year-end data to you in January. We're going to be talking about the steering factors for what's happening in 2023. Get used to saying that. And so we just look forward to talking to you guys again soon.